Let's explore the powerful Linux stat command. The stat command is used to view comprehensive metadata about files and directories, including permissions, timestamps, inode information, and more. This gives you a detailed look at your files. The stat command displays detailed information about files or file systems. Here's the basic syntax: stat, followed by options and then the file name. It shows information that goes beyond what the lsl command provides. This includes file size in blocks, access permissions, file type, inode number, and multiple timestamps. For example, running stat example.txt will display a wealth of information about the file, such as its size, the number of blocks it occupies, its device and inode numbers, access permissions in both numerical and symbolic forms, user and group IDs, and various timestamps. Let's break down the output of the stat command. First, under File Metadata, you'll see File, which is the name of the file, Size, which is the size in bytes, Blocks, which is the number of allocated blocks, I/O block, which is the preferred block size for input, output, Device, which is the device ID in hexadecimal or decimal form, Inode, which is the inode number, and Links, which indicates the number of hard links to the file. Next, under Permissions and Timestamps, you have Access, which shows file permissions in both octal and symbolic notation. Then there's User ID/Group ID, showing both the numeric ID and name. After that, we have timestamps. Access timestamp indicates the last time the file was read. Modify timestamp indicates the last time the file content was modified. Change timestamp indicates the last time the metadata was changed. Finally, birth timestamp indicates the file's creation time, if the file system supports it. The Format or C option allows you to customize the output format of the stat command. Common format specifiers include %n for file name, %s for total size in bytes, %f for raw mode in hexadecimal, %of for file permissions, %u for owner name, %g for group name, %x for access time, %y for modification time, and %d for change time. Use these to extract the specific information that you need. For example, stat format equals %n, %s bytes example.txt displays only the file name and size. Stat C permissions, %a owner, %u example.txt shows permissions and owner. Stat C access, %x %n modify, %y %n change, %z example.txt displays all timestamps. The F or File System option displays information about the file system instead of the file itself. This provides details about the file system type, block size, total blocks, free blocks, available blocks, total inodes, and free inodes. It's similar to the df command, but with more detailed information. For example, stat f/home displays file system information for the /home directory. Stat f format equals type, %t free %f, used, %b-%f/home, provides a custom format for file system information, showing the file system type, free blocks, and used blocks. Let's look at some practical examples of using the stat command. First, to check file modification time, which is useful for determining when a file was last updated, use statc %y/etc/password. To format the timestamp for better readability, use stat last modified %y/etc/passwords date plus %y%m-d%h %s. Second, to compare file timestamps and check if a file has been modified since it was last accessed, use statc access %x\n modify %y important.onf. Finally, to create a script to compare timestamps, use if $statc %y file.txt, gt $statc %x file.txt. Then echo file was modified after last access, else echo file hasn't been modified since last access phi. Here are more practical examples using the stat command. Third, to find files by permissions, you can use stat with find to locate files with specific permissions. To find files with exact permissions of 644, use find/pathtype fexec stat e %n% backslash grep $644. To find files with world-writable permissions, use find/pathtype fexec stats e %n% backslash grep $2,367. Fourth, for disk space analysis, combine stat with other commands to analyze disk usage. To find the 5 largest files in a directory, use find/pathtype fexec stats e %s%n backslash sort nrhead -5. To calculate the total size of files modified today, use find/pathtype f times 0 exec stats e %s backslash awk sum plus equals $1 and print sum/1024/1024 MB. Here's a summary and some pro tips for using the stat command. Key takeaways include: the stat command provides detailed metadata about files and file systems. It shows information beyond what LSL can display. Format options C allow customized output for scripts. File system information F provides disk usage details. Timestamps help track file access, modifications, and changes. Pro tips: use stat in scripts to make file-based decisions. Combine with find and zargs for powerful file analysis. Create aliases for commonly used stat formats. Use stat c%a to quickly check numeric permissions. Remember that some format specifiers may vary between different Unix or Linux systems. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.